Suscríbete y activa la campanita, no lo olvides.
Hey, what's happening, Panda? Welcome to Enterborn. This is Digital Combat Simulator, and today we are in a F14, and I am going to speak like a real how to configure, how to set up the countermeasure system, chaff, flare, the jammers, and that kind of things to release the programs and everything that is important here. Here in these two panels over on the right, let me make some zoom on them. These two ones, okay, this one is for release things, okay, and the other one, this one over here is for the setup of the programs to release chaff and flare. This is very important, these ones. Let's go start with the setup. This F here, or G or C, chaff, jammer, flare, means in that pod station what you have loaded, what you have set up in there. If you have 4 stations to get countermeasures things, sorry, and the mechanic, I don't think it's a pilot, but I think the mechanic, when he connect the chaff or the flare, the mechanic must come here and set this correctly. But be careful if you misclick here and you maybe get this wrong configuration, chaff, because if you now are going to drop chaff, the system is going to drop everything, so one from here, one from here, one from here, one from here. That means that you are going to release 2 flares, because these 2 devices are really flares, not chaff. Okay, your device only can get chaff or flare. In this case, you have to be sure to keep this in a good configuration. Okay, it's not implemented, but the manual say it's yes. But if you misclick in here, in theory, to make effective this misclick, you have to click on the reset thing, wait around 5 seconds, and the system will be loaded with this information. It's not working for the moment. For the moment, when you have in this configuration here, I didn't press reset. Now my configuration is working like this. I don't need to push reset for the moment. It's not implemented, but remember, in the future you will have to, I hope so, but the manual say it's done. Okay, let's continue. What is important for the programs? As you can see, you can get here some blue things, wheels, okay, yellow wheels, 2 wheels, and white wheels. Okay, these yellow ones are for the flares. As you see, it's very simple. The up one is quantity. How many flares do you want to release? 2 flares. It's not 2 flares, it's 2 times the program. Okay, the program itself is 1 flare, but you are going to use at least 2 times the program, then you are going to release 2 flares. Okay, but this program is going to get a space between them of 10 seconds. This means 1 flare, 10 seconds later, other flare. As you can see, 2, 3, 1 flare, 10 seconds later, 2 flare, 10 seconds later, 3 flare, and it's finished. Okay, this is mean. But if you have the flare mode in multi, here in that position, multi position, as you can see, I have here 2 flare devices. Multi means that I am going to release 1 flare from each device that have a flare. I have 2 devices with flares. I'm going to use 2 flares. Then 2 flares, 10 seconds later, 2 flares, 10 seconds later, 2 flares. How many flares? 6. Okay, because I have 2 devices and I am in multi. If I am in normal or pilot, I'm going to release only 3. Okay, that is very important. Let's go with the blue wheels. This is for the chaff. Here you have the random or continuum and only numbers, as you can see. It's really easy. The first number, or random on continuous, is going to be the number of chaff you want to release. 1 chaff. Okay, let's go do 2 chaff. Okay, 2 chaff, and this interval, random interval, 1 second, 0.75, 0.5, 0.25, 0.125 seconds. Okay, this is the meaning of these numbers. And for example, 1 second is going to be easiest one. This means I'm going to release 2 chaff. Between them is going to get a time of 1 second. 1 chaff, 1 second later, the second chaff, and then the next numbers. Okay, the next numbers is a sequence. How many times I want to repeat this boost quantity and interval? 4 times, for example. And how many seconds I want to wait between repetitions. Okay, maybe 10 seconds. Okay, let's go again. I release the program. 1 chaff, 1 second later, the second chaff. 10 seconds later, 1 chaff, 1 second later, the second chaff. Okay, I already did this 2 times. Okay, 2 times. 10 seconds later, the third time I'm going to do this. 1 chaff, 1 second later, 2 chaff. 10 seconds later, the last one, 4, 1 chaff, 1 second later, the other chaff, and it's finished the program. This is what this means. As you can see, very easy to set up. But I want to tell you about random and random. This random thing is the quantity, this first random is 3 minimal in a random time. This random time is going to be for this 3 minimum a time of 0.125 seconds. And then when these 3 ones have been released, it's going to get a random number with a random interval. Okay? This random interval is for the random number. This random quantity always is going to be 3 with a separation of 0.125, and then maybe 10 chaff, maybe 2 chaff in a random time of 1 second, half a second, I don't know, it's everything random. Okay, what means continuous? Continuous is dropping chaff continuously until the chaff number is ended or depleted the cartridge. Okay, and that's all about the blue things. This white things over here is about the jammer, and it's exactly the same as the chaff. How many jammers I want to drop? 1 to 4, for example, 1. How many time I want to wait? Okay, 2. I want to wait between the number 1 and the number 2, 9 seconds. 1 jammer, 9 seconds later, the second jammer. And how many times I want to repeat this program? 10 times, 9 times, and with a time between them of 9. Okay, 1 jammer, 9 seconds later, second jammer. Okay, 9 seconds later, but this 9 seconds later, I drop that one, 2 jammers, between them 9 seconds, 7 times, 9 seconds, 6, 4, 0. Okay, here I think there is a problem because this is not implemented and no one think or no one thought about that. But this number 0, what this means? Because as you can see here in chaff, you only can set as minimal as one time. 0 means it's not going to release nothing, or what that means. I think when the jammer is implemented, this 0 is going to be disappear. But right now, don't care about that because you cannot use it. Okay, this panel is, we don't have to talk more about this panel. Let's go with the important thing. First of all, you have this power thing in here in the down position with left click. You have the off position. The system is totally off. I sometimes use off when I am learning about this, and I set, for example, 10 times a program with 10 chaff or in continuous. For example, continuous, I like to stop the system using off. Okay, and then you go manual again, and the program is stopped, and I continue learning how the system works, for example. No? Okay, you have off, you have manual. In manual, the system is on, and the pilot and the Rio. The pilot is doing nothing here. The Rio drop the programs manually, or you can set the auto thing and the system is going to drop manually chaff, automatically chaff, okay, according to RWR, the real warning receiver, okay, is going to send a signal to the system, to this system, and is going to drop chaff if you are being fired or whatever, okay. The program is going to be released, chaff, 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 and when the program is finished, the system is going to wait 30 seconds to check if your real warning receiver is getting more fire signal, if you have been fired or not. And if in these 30 seconds you are not fired, okay, but if you keep a missile tracking you, it's going to release again the program, okay. Continue with this. Let me set the jammer number as I wanted. For example, I don't know, 30. Okay, as I think this is done by the mechanical, not by the pilot or the Rio. It's the mechanic who is going to set this number. And okay, you can set the number you want, but it's not going to increase your chaff or flare. It's just a number as a reference for you. And this bottom over here, the switch, is the same for flare and for chaff. With left click, you are going to drop a single thing in a single flare, a single chaff, a single jammer. As you can see the number, 25, 24, 23, okay. And in program, if you do a right click, in theory, this is not working because jammer is not implemented, but you will release this program over here, okay. For example, flare. I have to release, not 10 times, no, second, 2. I will have to drop only 2, 1, and 2 seconds later, another chaff. Let's go see what happened with flare, 27, 26, 2 seconds, 25, and the program is finished. As you can see, only 2 flares. What happened in multi? Program, 23, and 21, 2 and 2, 21. Okay, it's good knowing this. It's the same for chaff. The single chaff, 59, or the program chaff is continuous. I don't want to continue, sorry. 4, for example, 4, 1 time, okay, and program, and it's finished the program. Okay, this is really easy. Flare mode, I already told you. In multi, it's about flares. Be dropping about all the flares system you have in here. If you set everything as a flare, you are going to release 4 flare, not 4, 2 real flares plus 2 chaff. Yes, you are going to release 2 chaff. Okay, be sure to keep this as must be. Okay. In normal, the pilot is going to drop chaffs, one single chaff. The pilot can drop chaff or flare, but according to this switch. Okay. If I set flare in this bottom down in pilot, the pilot is going to drop flares with his bottom. Okay. This is for the pilot and for me. The pilot is only releasing one single chaff or one single flare. There is no program for the pilot. Only the Rio can use program. But I want to tell you more things about the Rio. If you see, this handle over here is for the Rio to hand it when he's in dogfight, and this finger is matching this position, or with the other hand, this other one, right? Okay, these 2 switches have 4 positions, up and down, left and right. And up and down is going to release 1 flare, 1 chaff, and left or right is going to release the program of chaff or the program of flares. Okay, what are the case for this? Really, in the Digital Combat Simulator, this is not implemented. You are going to assign keys in your keyboard for this position over here, but let's go see them. Let me go to controls. In here in controls, I have to check the F14 Rio case, and here is the case. As you can see, insert for 1 single chaff, delete for 1 single flare. I manually added this one, right shift delete to drop the program, and the right shift insert to drop the chaff program. This is by default not assigned, okay? You have to assign it manually, but it's not this one, it's this one's over here, okay? But it's working as the same. As you can see, it's moved by my keyboard. I hope you enjoyed the video, you learned something. Sorry about my English. I know my English is not, sometimes it's very blah, 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 blah. Okay, sorry about that. I try my best. I hope you understand the basic about what I wanted to tell you. And as I was told you, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, don't deep stall, be happy. Bye bye.
No olvides suscribirte, darle a like y revisar mis últimos vídeos. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up and check my other videos.